every year, Singapore has between 13 to 15 million tourists and visitors. I was one of them. And so in this video, I want to outline everything that I liked and disliked about Singapore, what you should know before heading to Singapore, and a general 3-day itinerary that was actually created by the locals so you can live like a local whilst you're exploring. My name is Sonya Barlow. I'm an entrepreneur, presenter, and author, and I business travel for a living. And I absolutely love to explore the world, to understand new cultures, ways of life, to eat and drink coconuts, and just enjoy surrounding myself with people that I wouldn't necessarily have interacted with. And I think Singapore was really one of those spaces where it was a melting pot of everyone, and there were so many different cultures that came together. Let's just start from the beginning. So I took a stopover flight from the UK to Singapore via Turkey. It took about 18 hours. It was definitely longer than a direct flight could have been, but here we were going for a more cost-effective route so that the money I saved, I could really enjoy and experiencing Singapore, which was definitely worth it. Okay, so day 0, left security, went to go check into our residency, got an Uber, pretty cheap and cost-effective, jumped on a bus, and you can pay with your contactless on the bus to a local dinner spot. We went for Thai food, which was so nice, and then wandered the supermarket next door before coming back for a rest. Started the day quiet and wanted to get some fitness in. So we walked to East Coast Park, which is actually surrounded by the coastline, which is so nice given that Singapore is an island. Walked about 5 kilometers, super safe, super chilled. You can also rent out bikes if you want. And then after our 5K walk, went to the Hawkers Market. Now it was around lunchtime, so not everything was open, but we tried some great drinks. Like I had a fresh sugarcane and plum drink, which was amazing. Some coconut water and local delicacies. Definitely recommend it. I would recommend taking cash. You can pay by card, but there's a card system and an app that you have to download, and for a tourist it might not be worth your time, effort, or data plan. And so just take cash and really enjoy yourself. And then went back to East Coast Park for dinner and had some nice Indian food. So we're really just testing out all of the different food that Singapore has to offer, and I think that's one of my favorite things about Singapore is you can find anything everywhere. Day 2, we got up early, had a nice breakfast in the house, and then went to Marina Bay Sands, which is one of the most beautiful and largest hotels in the world. It has 3 different pillars, which holds up its rooftop bar and infinity pool, and inside it's just full of shops and people spending loads and loads of money. I mean, my advice to anyone is go comfortable, but also dress the part. Like I definitely wore one of my nice dresses and shoes. As we went upstairs to the rooftop area and just chilled. We had lunch there. It had a great view of all of Singapore, and it was such a nice vibe. Plus, as I mentioned before, there's so many different cultures, so you just had this community feel of everyone just enjoying their experience in Singapore and knowing that like nobody was the same, and that's the beauty of traveling. We walked down to the mall, so the Shoppers Mall. There's just a bridge that connect. Honestly, most things in Singapore are beautiful architecturally. And then outside they have this water fountain display with music that you should definitely check out. After that, we walked over the Helix Bridge into the Hawkers Market and just enjoyed the vibe. The vibe was so nice. I walked around and then ended up sitting and having a late dinner in one of the market stands, trying out all of their food and then listening to live music. Day 3 was a real explore Singapore day. So we got dropped off in the financial district, which is near Marina Bay, and just walked everywhere. So I've written it down just to make sure that I get everything right. We started our walk from the financial corporate business side. We had food at the mall. Now, obviously I might be exaggerating here, but there are so many malls and hawker markets that I would recommend giving all your time and energy and money to them. So we went to the mall and had such great food, everything from local pancakes to chicken and mushroom clay pot, which is 10/10, to jelly drinks, fresh iced jelly, bubble tea, to Singaporean tea, which is just slightly more sweeter, similar to like Malaysian tea and Thai tea. No. After that, we took a bus to the Koon Seng Road, which is one of the nicest, brightest, colourful roads in Singapore. There was a lot of graffiti, a lot of art around there. So again, just chilled, went to have coffee and a jelly dessert, which was so interesting. It was like custard filled with jelly balls and tapioca. Very, very interesting for the taste buds, and definitely something that I would go back and grab again. And then some Lebanese wraps. Day 4, we were actually off to Bali and then to Malaysia. So that was a quick 3-day stopover in Singapore. Yes, the airport, Singapore airport, the Jiu Chang airport is stunning. Yes, it is super clean and people are kind and welcoming. And yes, there's a community feel. It is full of culture. It definitely is a melting pot. It is super safe. At some point we wanted to go for a walk. It was like 2 a.m. and people were out and about, running, walking, chilling. Singaporean prices are somewhat similar with UK prices, like tickets to entry, and you have to pay for museums, and general kind of upkeep from rent or shopping especially. Where you're really going to enjoy yourself is the markets, the local food spaces, the local shopping boutiques if you like shopping, the walking around town. The fact that it's on a coastline means that there is sea surrounding you and there's so many different areas that you can enjoy the beach life. I would recommend it for a stopover destination for sure. I think 3 to 5 days in Singapore is so fantastic and it's something that everyone should explore. Singapore is on my places to go again list. This is 3 days of being and seeing and eating around Singapore. Hopefully it's been really helpful. It's a short video just to get straight to the point and then some reference points so you can see how much of a great time we had.